What would happen if all the anomalies from Animal Hospital appeared in the real world? In this video, we'll see what the scariest anomalies would look like in real life. The Stalker is a tall, slim, black creature of unknown species with bunny ears and a rat's tail. Similar to the hiders, it has large, almond-shaped eyes with black irises, white scleras, and eye shines, as well as a large smile, which is crescent-shaped with flat, piano key-like teeth. However, it has longer limbs and a smaller torso. It also has a black curved tail that's similar in shape to Rathu's. Slimebert is a giant creature made entirely of bright neon green slime, with a soft, gelatinous body that appears to constantly ooze and drip. He has two large purple eyes on uneven stalks rising from the top of his head, giving him a strange, alien-like look. His face is dominated by an enormous, gaping black mouth that extends deep into his body, creating a hollow appearance. His rounded, blob-like form has no clearly defined limbs, instead flowing into thick masses of slime, with bubbles and globs of slime forming across his body as he moves. The camera monster is a black, shadowy figure that resembles a cat-like creature. It has a set of red, glowing eyes and realistic crooked teeth across the bottom half of its face. It exudes black, circular particles. The camera monster can only appear on broken security cameras with around a 50% chance. The longer the player looks at the camera it appears on, the more it will zoom toward the screen. Initially, the camera menu disappears, but it reappears after a few seconds as the camera monster continues to zoom in. If it gets too close, it will trigger a jump scare by shaking the screen and letting out a loud screech. The ghost is a translucent and ghostly figure that floats. It has big black eyes with white pupils and black tears streaming down its face. It also has a tiny stitched-up mouth as well as a ghost tail. The ghost can be glitched, however, causing it to have an appearance similar to an anomaly while still remaining in its ghost-like form. It will still act like a normal ghost. This only happens when you shoot a patient twice. It aimlessly floats around the hospital and disappears if the player gets too close. It is also capable of opening and closing doors. The mass of eyes appears as a red, fleshy mass with many large, hazel eyes. The eyes follow the player around as they move. They will continuously drip until they are given eye drops to soothe them. The mass of eyes has a chance of appearing in any patient room or the reception office starting on shift 2. Upon entering a room with the mass, the text, "Don't look up," will flash at the bottom of the screen, and the room's lighting also changes. The hiders appear as flat, paper-thin, bald creatures with eyes and a grin similar to the Stalkers. They are slightly transparent, and their color changes slightly depending on the wall they are attached to. When they are provoked, their face will appear hollow, similar to the headbangers, and they become black. Hiders have a chance of spawning in groups of 1 to 6 inside most rooms and hallways throughout the hospital. They camouflage themselves to blend in with the surrounding wall, leaving only their face and a faint outline of their bodies visible. If viewed from a distance, they remain still. However, if a player approaches while looking at one, it jumps off the wall, its body turns black, and it chases the player for about 5 to 6 seconds before evaporating into a cloud of particles. The headbanger can vary in appearance, but all of them have hollow black eyes and an open frown. They can also spawn with other anomalous features. The music stops as the headbanger walks up to the side window of the office and begins repeatedly banging their head against it. Heavy breathing can be heard as they do this. While the headbanger is present, players are unable to close the shutters, preventing them from rejecting potential anomalies. If left alone, the headbanger continues banging their head until the window breaks before leaving shortly afterward. Telling them to leave without offering them coffee causes them to suddenly snap their head toward the player with a loud noise, jump scaring them and causing them to lose 20 sanity before any class buffs or debuffs are applied. The tentacle appears as a massive purple blob with protruding tentacles of the same color, resting on top of the patient lying on top of the surgery table in the surgery room, room 8. When a patient is recovering from a surgery, there is a chance that the patient will state that they feel strange. After this, the tentacle will appear, starting an emergency event with a 45-second timer notifying the player that a monster has emerged in room 8. The tentacle will not harm the player in any way, but it will cause the death of the affected patient if the timer runs out, adding to the total of animal deaths in a run. Mimics vary in appearance, but will always have sharp teeth and a gaping mouth, with a bit of what seems to be slime in it. It will disguise itself as a normal patient in order to get into the hospital. Mimics often show no signs of infection when admitted to the animal hospital. Instead, they become hostile after being admitted, while being given treatment while recovering, or when given maple syrup, organ, transplant, or cough syrup as treatment. Before transforming, they will say, "I'm hungry," then let out a loud growl and transform into a mimic. Once transformed, they will crawl or stagger toward the nearest player or patient with their mouth wide open, including patients sitting in the waiting area. If a mimic attacks a patient, it triggers an emergency in which the player must knock out the mimic. Successfully completing the emergency causes the rescued patient to panic and flee the hospital. Mimics can also attack houseplants, though doing so does not count as an animal death. Failing the emergency results in a recorded animal death. The bed monster is a black, shadowy figure that appears under a patient's bed. It has 2 glowing red eyes, along with 2 large hands that can stretch out from under the bed. Yet, other than that, it doesn't have any other visible body parts. It exudes black particles on the side of the bed. The bed monster will spawn under a patient's bed if he's an anomaly. It will breathe heavily as it stares at the player while they move. If a player, patient, or even a hider steps into its red box, the bed monster will stretch out its arms and grab them. Sorry about that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps promote the channel and keeps new Animal Hospital videos coming. Bye for now.